Located in Greenville County, a few miles north of Travelers Rest, the Poinsett Bridge has stood on this spot since its construction in 1820 and was added to the National Register of Historic Places in October 1970. It's scheduled to be closed for repairs at the end of September 2025, reopening the following April. The bridge was named after Joel Poinsett, who was the director of the South Carolina Board of Public Works at the time of the bridge's construction. Poinsett held numerous elected and appointed offices during his career, but it's likely his appointment as the first U.S. ambassador to Mexico that cemented his name in history. As ambassador, he's credited with introducing the poinsettia to America. The bridge is located along Callahan Mountain Road and easy to miss. Look for this stretch of sidewalk and railing that appears out of nowhere. The parking lot is on the opposite side of the road and just loops around. Now, this is my first visit here since Hurricane Helene, and it looks like there's still a lot of trees down that need to be cleared out. But there's still enough trees that you can barely make out the bridge from here. Now we're getting our first look at the top of the bridge and the remnants of the old state road that once ran over it. The state road was part of a major infrastructure project meant to ease the movement of goods from the port of Charleston to inland towns all across the Carolinas and into the fast-growing settlements in eastern Tennessee. On the left, as you walk down the steps from the highway, there's a little trail that will take you down to the base of the bridge and the Little Gap Creek below. Be careful as you walk down, as it can get slippery, especially if it's rained recently. Now, other projects that were constructed around the same time as the Poinsett Bridge and the State Road included canals along the Catawba River. That includes the Lansford Canal in Chester County, South Carolina. It's now part of a state park. This part of the state road was called the Saluda Gap Road. 3 bridges were built along this stretch, but the Poinsett Bridge is the only one still standing today. The canal projects were seen as the most important, so little planning was invested in the state road. Adam Blanding, the builder of the Saluda Gap Road, was left in charge of the day-to-day decision-making. 500 skilled workers recruited from all across the country worked on the road for almost 4 months. Now that we're down, we're finally getting a good look at the bridge and its signature 14-foot Gothic arch. The creek is really just a little stream running under the bridge, but the rocks are really slippery, so again, be very careful if you decide to cross over. There's a persistent rumor that the Poinsett Bridge was designed by the famous South Carolina architect Robert Mills. He now is most famous as the initial designer of the Washington Monument. And it's true, Mills did serve on the Board of Public Works. His term didn't start until after the bridge was built. He was also living in Baltimore at the time the state road was constructed. That doesn't mean he couldn't have worked remotely and designed the bridge, and there was a drawing of the bridge found among his papers, but it's really all the evidence there is to his involvement. If you know anything else, if you have any other information on Robert Mills, be sure to post down in the comments. A few years ago, someone painted the stones on the inside of the arch, and workers had to come out and strip the paint. They did a really good job because I really can't tell that this bridge was ever vandalized. Now this tree that's leaning has been here for a long time. At first it was in the way of all my pictures and I kind of wished it was gone, but now that it looks like it might just rot away, I'm thinking I'll actually miss it once it's gone. It's become almost as much a part of the surroundings as the bridge itself. Now there aren't any picnic tables or anything like that, but there are a lot of boulders and stones where you can sit down and take a rest and just enjoy your natural surroundings. And there's usually not too much traffic on the highway above. If you're enjoying this look at the Poinsett Bridge, be sure to like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with all of our upcoming videos. Now let's make our way back up the hill and have a look at the bridge from the top. Now, as I remember, that trail doesn't really lead anywhere, but I didn't follow it today. This is the same side of the bridge we looked at earlier. We're just on the path up above the bridge right now. There's that leaning tree again. Now, this is the other side of the bridge from the path up above it. This is the side we really haven't looked at up until now. And you can see the path that we came in on, the stairs leading down from the highway, and the stonework on the sides of the upper portion of the bridge, and the moss growing on it. There are two little benches at the top of the stairs that you can have a little rest on. And now we can take one final look before we say goodbye to the Poinsett Bridge for today.